What's up guys, Keith Kelfis, Landscaping Employee Trap. This video is called The Power of Shame. Don't be thrown off by the title. This is so important. I want to ask you, what in your life are you ashamed of? Are there parts of yourself or your life or your past that you're ashamed of? Are there things that you've done where you've hurt or crossed people or just done low down things that you wouldn't even conceive doing today? Shame on the vibrational frequency of consciousness. I'm being serious here. Shame is the lowest vibration. Guilt, worry, fear, anger. Shame is so low that it will literally hinder and stop you in your life, dead in your tracks, and you will go nowhere. Because every time you want to be successful or you want to do something, it's going to stop you. So I just finished an amazing program again called Wake Up Productive by Pagan. This guy makes like $80 million a year, okay? And if that's determining factor of success, let it be money. But this guy is very successful, and he says spend the next 30 days going around to all the people in your life, even back to childhood, and healing any of those open wounds. Anybody you crossed, anybody that crossed you, and get all that stuff out of the way, because those are taking up space in your conscious and your subconscious, and they're blocking you from being successful. And that's not fair to yourself if you want to be successful. So what if you're ashamed to make a lot of money because you grew up really, really poor and you don't want your family to see you being successful because they're gonna point the finger at you? You know, there's all these deep down psycho-emotional pathological fears and anxieties that can stop you from being successful. So that's the big question. Not how do I get successful, because we know how to get successful. What's the anchors and the weights that are stopping us from being successful? And I believe a lot of that comes from inner shame and inner vulnerability. It takes opening up and being vulnerable and spreading your arms open and walking into it, into the light. Because when light shines on darkness, it has to turn to light. The ego is dissolved in the light. I myself suffer from a lot of shame. Big time shame. Fear of success. Shame to make a lot of money because I grew up so poor. Friends that I've hurt in the past. And really, this morning I called up an old friend that I got into a project with years ago when I was going through some bad stuff. And I said, dude, you know what? I crossed you back in the day, and I want to let you know I fully understand what I did. That meant a lot to you. And he's like, listen, man. He cuts me off. He goes, listen, I forgave you for that a long time ago, but I will never be friends with you again. Here I am, a 31-year-old grown businessman. I'm confident. I'm taking the world, you know, and I'm almost in tears, broken down in shame, feeling like I want to go jump off a bridge because someone I was friends with, I'm on the phone with him, and he's sitting here telling me, dude, I'll never be friends with you again. And I can never let that down, you know. And if you want to say something in the comments about keep your religion to yourself, listen to me. I don't know of any other power I could turn that to than God. Because if that person isn't going to forgive me, God's going to forgive me. Okay? So it's about healing all those open wounds in your life and allowing yourself to move on. Because it's like stagnant water in a pond just sitting there growing mold, you know? So what in your life are you ashamed of? And what do you got to go out and spend that time and heal that process? It's like a plumber. My coach Rob told me this is amazing. He said people got problems and issues in their life. It's kind of like the toilet's backing up. They plunge it and they plunge it and they plunge it, and they can't get the thing to unclog. They plunge the heck out of it, and they finally get it so they can only back up every other flush. So they call out a plumber, and the plumber comes and he snakes the toilet out and all this and that. And he's like, dude, we got a problem here. You know, this is pretty bad. You need some serious plumbing work. They're like, no, I'll just pay a little bit now and I'll deal with it. And I'll deal with it backing up every 7 to 8 flushes. Right? So they go on 6 months later. This toilet's backing up all over the place. And they finally call in the plumber again. And he's like, dude, you got some major issues deep down in the pipes. You got some major issues. We got to rip all this out and redo all this plumbing. It's going to be a nightmare. They're so busy in their life and they got so much going on, and they're terrified of that shame, that they're like, you know what? I'm just going to live my life dealing with the toilet backing up every now and then, and I'll deal with that when it comes, and when it comes, do whatever I can to get back to comfortable so I could just keep going like a car with a flat tire just limping down the road. if you really want to get somewhere in your life and you want to even keel, you really got to go deep down inside and unclog all that crap and face it and deal with it and go through the fire and the pain and the torment and get all that stuff resolved in your life. Maybe you got a brother or a sister, an aunt, an uncle, somebody in your life that, you know, you're not talking to right now. I want you to give that person a call. I don't care if you got to cry as a grown-ass man and break down and talk to them. You got to heal that thing, because you don't know if that person's going to die from cancer or something's going to happen, and now you're going to spend your life dealing with that. So, look at this. I interviewed Todd. Wait. What's up, Todd?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you, man?
There you go. Todd, Sierra Lawn and Landscape. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
This video is going to get like 5,000 views, and I'm going to send it to you.
Nice.
Thank
you. How's it going, man?
Todd is one of the last guys I worked for before I finally got the kahunas up to start my own business. And every time I see him, I'm like, what up, Todd?
What up, Joe?
There you go. All right, stay tuned. Think about what I said in that video, and I'll send the link to Wake Up Productive in the bottom, Pagan's program, and it's really awesome. Bye.